Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Pulse Podcast here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins in Studio Squared. We've got a packed house here tonight. Once again, Joey Krajewski joining me in studio. Dog? It's like old times, man. We're back old here times. In the back. And we got the wizard, Greg Kinn, keeping us live, locked in inside the, what do we call that? The Wizard's Temple here. And we also have a special guest joining us as Eric Hall decided that he didn't want to make the 5-minute trip over here, so he's just going to go ahead and zoom in tonight. And,
hey, I'm going to do this drawing, and then I got to get out. I got things to do.
I got things to do.
Busy fucking guy.
Busy. So what you got going on? What's up with the Miles for Mutts fundraiser lately?
So this week was Shake Shack. We will have two $20 gift cards along with 2 youth T-shirts to give away to rep some Shake Shack swag. And then tons of exciting things coming up for the next couple weeks. So you want me to get into that now, Nate?
Yes. Actually, let's talk just a recap to how we've gotten to this point. Now, what did you do this past week as far as like the Jog Dog segment, where we at as far as fundraising is concerned, and then we can get into the new stuff. So give us an update to this point for those that haven't been keeping up.
Okay, so for Shake Shack, we've only got 8 entries tonight, but we raised $50, which is more than what the donation was. So we're plus, we're in the positive. And that brings our grand total right now, and this is without the Madden earnings in there. I haven't factored any of that in there yet, but without that, we are up to $2,440.
Hey. Heck yeah.
And that's going to be going up after the next couple weeks, I have a feeling.
Heck yeah.
It should be going up by $230 whenever you make your way into the studio to get that check. So
yeah, I'll get there.
This guy didn't even know if I gave it to him yet or not. He's like, "Hey, did you give me that money yet already?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I totally did."
So what did you say that was? $2,240?
$2,440.
$2,440.
Damn, you're about to hit 3 bands.
Oh yeah.
After this check.
So
we'll get there.
So the Jog Dog
I think
segment.
we'll get there in a week.
Oh,
you think so?
I think we will get there in a week.
Oh, this next segment, I think, or the next giveaway, I have a feeling is going to be pretty big, man. But let's talk about the Jog Dog segment. Now, you've really, I mean, you've captured the hearts of the community, so to speak, with your weekly runs with the different dogs. I've had people ask me about it at work, literally like, "Hey, that dog that Eric ran with last week." I was like, "I have to go check because I don't know which one he's talking about." He said, "Do you know if that's still available?" Like, yeah, go check. I mean, literally go out to the Humane Society and check. Yeah. But seriously, where are we at with the dogs as far as the adoption ratio now? I think you're about halfway, right? About 50%?
Yeah, we're actually at 50%. Actually over that now.
Ooh.
I think that there's been 10 dogs.
Okay.
We've done 10 weeks and 6 have been adopted. So we're at 60% of the dogs that I've ran with that have been adopted.
That's awesome.
And
that's so
there's
cool.
A couple of them, man. There's one out there it's the longest standing resident they have out there. And it breaks my heart to see her out there all the time. And then there's some that I don't expect them to last a couple weeks. So we're going to have a couple more that'll be adopted out because spending some time with them, it's only going to take one person to go out and see these dogs. Like the one that's been there a little while is a little skittish, a little scared, came around to me, but I could see somebody, if you're going in just to visit and you don't have an idea of what you want, you visit with one that's a little skittish, you're going to, let me see a different one, but there's some of these dogs that I don't know how I don't have 6 right now because I don't know how I didn't take them home. So there's a couple of them that are still out there that's only going to take one visit and they're going to be adopted.
That's really cool. Well, I mean, I know you do the Jog Dog segment every week, but I mean, also remember there's a lot of different animals they have out there available for adoption. So head on out to the Humane Society, check out what they have for rescue, and take home your forever friend, because I mean, there's a lot of different options out there. Even if you're not a dog person, they got a lot of cats
Not
out
just
there
dogs,
as well,
right?
so.
They've got a lot of cats out there right now. They've got a bunny, and I want to
usually
say they
have a
still have a
bunny.
guinea pig.
A guinea pig. Okay, cool.
There was
there you
two
go.
guinea pigs. There was one. I think there was one left the last I was out there. I can't remember exactly though. I know there's a bunny out there still. He's pretty cool.
That's really cool. So, Eric, let's get to it. Let's talk about the giveaway this week. You said Shake Shack, you raised $50 through this giveaway. Now, this is going to be 2 separate giveaways, right?
Yeah, we're going to draw 2 names on this. So when we pull up our little wheel here, and there's only 8 names on there, so a quarter of them are going home with some Shake Shack stuff.
Okay. I love Shake Shack, by the way.
They're
yeah,
waffle cone.
that's my go-to ice cream.
They have the best shakes in town. I mean, that's why they have it in their name. So, obviously.
Well, and the flurries, you can't beat them flurries, man. They
flurries.
load them things.
And that's-
Elite.
You get a Butterfinger flurry,
Load their.
you got more
flurries.
Butterfinger than you do ice cream.
You
It's
can't even
so
find
good.
the ice cream.
It's so good.
The waffle cone one they have there. Oh my god, 10
I
out
haven't
of
had
10.
that one. Oof.
Delicious.
Have you ever had the drumstick flurry?
That's the one I'm talking about.
Yes,
The drumstick, where it's got like
yes.
the waffle cone.
Oh, yes.
The drumstick in it. Oh my
And that's,
gosh.
that's genius, because you got to think they probably have some waffle cones that show up broken, or they get broken along the process.
Yep.
Like, throw them in there. Now they're
Crunched up.
drumstick flurries. Like,
Yep. Throw a little bit of chocolate in too. Make it
ready.
look like it was in there.
We ready for the wheel?
ooh, I like that graphic, Greggy. That's nice.
Ooh.
I like that.
That's what the youth shirt will look like. So winner's going to get one of them.
That's cool.
Oh.
All right, so let's get it underway. Let's draw. Let's see who the first winner is. A lot of familiar faces there on that wheel, though.
I don't even see the wheel.
Oh, I see it. It's going to be Jeff Snavely.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff got one, huh?
Jeff.
He's been getting on almost all of them. I don't
Looks
think he's
like
won one yet, so he'll be happy.
Looks like he's the best tonight.
He gets taken out of that, right? Okay, yeah.
Oh, who's it going to be? Jennifer! Didn't she win
Jennifer.
something recently? Jennifer Heil?
Yeah, she won Fort Ball, I want to say. Was it Jennifer Heel? Was it the one we couldn't
Yep.
figure out the last name? Jennifer Heel, Heil?
All right, so there you have it. 2 winners for Shake Shack. What were you saying,
Clutch.
Joey?
That's a weird way to spell it, because usually
Yeah.
it's I before E, and hers is EI.
Heel. Heil.
Whoa.
Underlay.
Whoa.
Underlay. Mama EI.
Be careful.
Whoa. Come on,
All
Kyrie.
right. So, Eric, I don't want to keep you too long, but let's talk just for a brief second. We got some things to talk about on the docket, but I mean, Cavs right now, chance to clinch home court advantage this week.
Yep.
You've got 3 more games, 2 games in a row at Orlando. What's your thoughts on this Cavs season so far and them going into the playoffs right now?
Well, I think the magic number's 1 right now to
That is.
lock up that 4 seed.
Yep.
And they've done better than I expected them to do good this year, but they came out firing better than I thought they would. I thought they'd go through some lulls, having putting a new star player on the team. And they had a couple where they'd start to slide a little, but they really did not have those growing pains of throwing in a new star player. They all seemed to mix pretty well, especially when you got Garland in there. They're kind of fighting over they're not fighting over the ball. I kind of expected them to fight a little more over the ball. So I'm pleasantly surprised with the Cavs this year. I'm loving watching them.
Yeah, and I'm in the same camp as you with the pleasantly surprised, just because I didn't know what to expect. You know, you throw a superstar into the mix, but I kind of felt like, okay, this is pretty much the exact same unit from last year, minus Lauri Markkanen. And he didn't really play a whole lot last year. And then, you had Sexton, who didn't really play a whole lot last year. And then other than that, what'd they give up? Draft picks, really.
Yep.
So outside of those 2 pieces, it's pretty much the same team coming back this year. And then you're just plugging in a superstar. Literally, not a star, not an all-star, a superstar. So, I feel like this is like you said, I thought this was going to be a feel-out process, but he has made this transition a lot easier for the entire team. So, 3 straight 40-point games. He's getting warmed up going into the playoffs.
Just broke
He's
the
got
40 point
12
single
this
season
year.
record.
12 40-point games. Kyrie has 11 in his Cavs career.
Crazy, bro.
And that's
And
crazy because
it's year one.
You remember when you were a Kyrie fan in the early stages of Kyrie's career, man, it seemed like he was putting up 40 points all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
But he was a consistent 24 to 32 point scorer every night you were getting.
but he
that.
was giving up 24 to 32
Yeah,
every
there
night
is also
to
that.
whoever point guard he was playing against.
There is also that. But you're getting some sick clips out of Kyrie.
For sure. All right, Eric,
was
I don't want to
catching
keep you
some
too
bodies.
long, but thanks for the time and the Cavs talk and the giveaway. Any final thoughts here before we? Oh, let's talk about what you got coming up. Yeah, let's talk about the next coming. What you got coming up with the giveaways?
Well, two things. We got our Mutts Madness tournament ending tonight because it's championship night. Baby. We got the NCAA tournament tonight, or concluding tonight, and we're gonna have a winner there. We got Jose Arez as the.
I think he said his last name different every single time. If you go back, I want to make a clip of Eric saying his last name every single time. It's different.
All right, yeah.
He knows it too.
Because I try to put some weird accent on it. That's why, and I'm terrible at it. But he
got
is
Jose and
San
who's
Diego
the other
State, and we got a Webster boy, Jeff Weldy, is or has UConn. So see who takes that home tonight.
All right. That's
and,
100. How much is that?
coming up
$160
this week. So this week we're actually not going to have a giveaway this weekend.
Oh,
Really?
We are going to sell something this weekend. You want in, you're gonna have to buy it.
Whoa!
Auction?
So it's an auction.
No, not quite. Okay, so let's set the stage. We're
Okay.
coming up April 19th. Mark your calendars now. It's a Wednesday. We're going to hold a food and supply drive. So you let us know. We'll put out about a week before. We're going to put out an email. Put it out on Facebook. Put it out on the
We're gonna send you
or
an
the
email.
Miles for Mutts page. Give you about a week to message us, let you know what you've got and where you're at. And I'm going to plan my 13-mile training run around picking all this stuff up. We had already planned on that. I've got a nice little added bonus to this little event we got going on.
So what are you
Instead of
picking
just
up
me-
again? What are you picking up? You're going around to pick up what on a 13-mile
food
run?
donations, right?
Food donations?
Bags of dog food, cat food. I mean, any kind of supplies for pets that you've got.
Okay.
It can be used even if you've got old leashes laying around. You've got old collars laying around.
All right.
Let me know. They can use all that stuff.
That's pretty cool.
Any of that stuff you've got laying around, or if you want to go buy bags of dog food, whatever you want to donate to the Humane Society, rather than driving it out there, let me know where you're at. We're going to make it fun. I will come to you and pick it up. Obviously, I'm going to have a car behind me to pick these things up. I'm not going to carry bags of dog food on my shoulders while I run 13 miles.
Sounds like you're volunteering Christy to follow you on this run, huh?
Yeah. So we'll have a car following.
Will you
But
be live while doing it?
one step better than a car following, let's have the pedal bike follow.
What?
Ooh.
We got 14 seats on the pedal bike,
Wait a second.
and y'all can join me and watch me run 13 miles while you all get your drink on the pedal bike.
Oh.
Yeah, but if you fill that pedal bike up with all those donations, you're carrying the rest of them, man. I ain't carrying none of those for you.
Yeah, I ain't carrying
Well,
that.
I'm still going to have a van behind that even. But with the pedal bike, what we're going to do this weekend, we're going to put the seats up for sale. Nate and Greggy, you guys got 2 seats already because from what I'm told, we're gonna record all this.
We are recording
Put a little
this
thing together.
Yes, we are going to record this. It's going to be a lot easier than trying to live stream it as we're going throughout town. Because, I mean, we can do it, but I can't guarantee that the signal's going to be
I don't
consistent.
know. If we live streamed it, then people could run out of their houses and give Eric crap as he runs through their neighborhood and be like, oh, he's coming down 2nd Avenue right now. Let's go, guys.
Well, the problem with live stream is it's usually about 30 seconds to a minute behind. So, yeah.
Yeah, but Eric's slow. We'll be all right.
Shit, that pedal bike ain't gonna keep up with me.
So that's what you got going on. I mean, how long is this taking you to put this together? I mean, this is really cool.
I've been working on the pedal bike thing I think I reached out to him about a month ago to set that up.
That's awesome.
So I've been excited to talk about that for a while. But he was like, when I brought it up to Danny Perry, he was all about it, man. Like there was no hesitation. He was on board, ready to do what we needed to do. He loved the cause. So, I think it's something that we could probably do. I don't want to say this because I don't want to commit yet, but I think this is something that we could do every year and make that a pretty big event every year. I think it'd be a pretty cool thing.
For sure. I like it. I like it a lot. I think
So
it's really
this
cool.
weekend we're going to have, instead of doing a donate $5 and get in a drawing, I'm going to put 8 spots available, kind of like the Mutts Madness. So we had 64 spots.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be 8 spots available. They're $50 a piece. You want a seat on that pedal bike? It's $50. So
When
if
they're
we can
gone,
sell
they're
10
gone.
of those seats at $50 a piece, that'll bring in another $500 for the Humane Society.
Oh yeah.
Sheesh.
That will leave 2
Wait,
seats left.
How many seats did
on
you
the
say?
pedal bike that are not taken? So
Goodness.
not this weekend, but next weekend, that will be the drawing. So
Wait,
the
how
drawing
many
for
seats
next
did you
weekend
say?
will be a pedal
Did you
bike
say
drawing
8 seats
for the
available?
2 seats that'll be available.
You said 8 seats available.
Yep, there's gonna be.
There's-
We have our seats, me and you. Then
Okay.
there's 8 seats that they can purchase,
All right.
and then there will be 2 more additional seats that will be in the giveaway for next weekend.
Oh, okay.
I was
All right.
10.
Because I was like,
two-
wait a second,
two
how
for
do
you
get
and
$500
I
from
caught
8
that.
seats. Like, hey, hang on a second. Where'd you go to school for your math now?
I caught that for a
Two,
second. I was
two
like,
for you and Nate, 2 that we're giving away, and 10 that we will sell.
Oh, I like
okay,
it.
so
I
there's
like it a
10 in
lot.
total. Okay.
I like that. That's really cool, man.
That's awesome.
I'm really liking what you've got going on, man. You've got a lot of cool stuff that you've put together over the course of the last 10 weeks now? You're 10 weeks in, 11 weeks in?
Yeah, I want to say 11.
11 weeks in. You've done a lot over those 11 weeks. You're in the home stretch now, man. I think you got 5 weeks now?
Month. 4 weeks. We got
4
4 weeks
weeks.
to go.
So it's go time, man. And
So when is this
I'm
actual
impressed.
marathon again?
The marathon that I'm training towards right now is April 29th. Funny thing is,
Ooh.
the new brother-in-law signed me up for one a week before. So I'll be doing one on April 22nd too.
little warm up one as if you
Yeah.
need that.
ooh,
Yeah. That one I won't run that one so hard. I'll give it my all for the Cap City, but
yeah. Jeez, oh Pete.
Wow. So that's really cool, man. Once again, $2,400, $2,440 raised so far. And we are still working on that. We are looking to push that number quite a bit further. I'd say, what would be really cool is if we could get one local business owner, sports, anybody that's out there that is a sponsor that likes to sponsor this kind of stuff. When we get to that final number, it'd be really cool if we could get somebody to match it,
Ooh.
Just throwing that out there, like that. Whatever number we get, we'll go ahead and match that number.
Yeah.
I'm just,
I do
it's
have
a challenge.
I do
throwing
have a
that out there to
plan.
the community.
if we do decide to do this next year, I've kind of got a plan to where I'm not trying to scramble to get all this together, because we kind of put this together last minute and it just kind of evolved on its own. So like all these giveaways and stuff, I've been doing on the fly as we go.
For sure.
I got a bunch of them at the start, but I've been doing them on the fly, and save that. And actually, I think it'd be a really neat idea. Just one of my ideas. I'm not saying this is what we're going to do. I want to put it out there and get other people's ideas of what we can do. Maybe some of the giveaways that we can do, places that people like around town, get everybody's opinion on it. But I want to talk to places, the bigger companies, like where I work at Webster, and see if we can get some sponsors that'll put $200-$300 down. If I can get 5 of those, and we can sponsor like the Road to Home segment, my weekly run recaps. We can find things to sponsor.
Yep.
And have their name on it, and then all that money that comes in from them, I will go out and buy stuff from the local companies, and we will have $100 giveaway every week.
Oh,
That's pretty cool. See,
So and that's supporting. That's not just supporting the Humane Society. That's supporting all these local companies too, because they're not donating this. We're buying it from them and putting it up. So
Exactly.
we're supporting the company that we do. We're giving $100 prize every week, and all the money from that goes to the Humane Society. So I mean, it all
The wheels are turning.
works.
You got your wheels turning, man. I love it.
That's kind of the idea I'm throwing out there, but I'm gonna put it out there and see if there's interest to do this next year and what people would want to see out of it.
That's really cool, man. All right. So once again, Eric Hall, just over $2,400 raised so far with the Miles for Mutts fundraiser. Mutts Madness tonight, $160 on the line. Is that right, Eric?
Ooh. Yes, sir. Winner gets 160, and probably shouldn't say this on there either, but I've been told twice by Jeff Weldy, who has UConn. If UConn wins, that money's coming back to Miles for Mutts. So he's not taking it. So let's go UConn.
Challenge you just issued to Jose by saying that on the air. You know that, right? Like
that was smart, actually. That's genius.
You know he's got to at least donate half of that back now.
He does not. He does not. I wouldn't. I'd be keeping it.
That was smart, Eric. I will give you that. That was
good stuff.
That was genius.
All right, buddy. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate having me on and let me do this thing so I can get back to my other things.
Yeah, absolutely. Now go get back to your other things. Get your stuff done. All right.
I'll go to bed about midnight, but I'll be in next week.
All right. Take care, man.
All right, guys.
All right, Eric Hall joining us once again on Zoom for the Miles for Mutts fundraiser segment.
What is
$2,400 raised? I mean,
that is crazy.
That's crazy.
I want to know what his
really
other
cool.
things are. Like, what is he, like Heisenberg or something?
You know,
Like, what are these other things?
he's got other things going on. He's going to be up till midnight, you know?
Yeah.
Cooking up stuff,
Yeah.
cooking
What
up
the hell?
ideas. No, it is. He's
That's
got,
awesome,
I'll tell you
though.
what he's got to do. He's got to prepare because tomorrow's Tuesday. You know what that is in the Hall household? It is Taco Tuesday.
Oh, geez.
So he's probably prepping. Cutting
no
lettuce,
shit. They do like
onions,
tacos every Tuesday like that?
tomatoes. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, I was about to say, like, what is he, fucking LeBron?
No, he usually every once in a while he used to snap me like, "Hey, look, it's Taco Tuesday," and like going through his house with all his taco stuff, and I'm like, "That's really cool, man. It looks good." And then like I gave him shit about one time, and he hasn't sent me one since.
Ryan,
And so that's why I said tonight. I'm like, "Oh, it's Monday. He's got to get ready for Taco Tuesday."
Ryan commented on here and said, "Go cook Christy dinner."
That's great.
Oh man. So let's get into this college basketball.
Yeah,
I mean,
College.
so college.
Half hour from tip.
We got about a half hour until start of this one. 9:30. It just make any sense.
I don't want to talk
Stupid.
about it since me and Joey could have been champions, but you know.
Dude, that was some bullshit.
Thanks a lot, you can.
Some absolute bullshit.
can't believe it, man.
Greggy and I finished tied for what, third?
Yeah, I think so.
Tied for third in our bracket.
Man.
I was pissed. You know who finished second? Steyer's girlfriend.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Guest on every game. Finished second. That's it. Steyer was the only one to finish behind his girlfriend.
That's awesome.
Damn.
That is
Damn.
awesome.
That should be a fucking. He should have to do a press conference for that.
Yes, absolutely.
And make Cass ask the questions.
Yeah. Put him up, get him grilled.
Oh,
sure.
God.
Why are you
Gosh,
not
that'd
as
be
good at me? You're good at me.
Why do you make me watch this shit and I still finish above you?
I don't even watch this, and I'm still better than you.
She's gonna take his show. She's gonna take his show from him.
Oh gosh.
She needs her own segment for sure, though.
Oh geez.
You know what we should do is we should do a segment with all of our significant others and have them do a segment where they just like pick the games.
The Over Other
Oh
podcast.
my gosh.
The Over Other podcast. Stop it! Stop, Greg. No.
That's great.
Oh
The
no.
Over Other.
Chelsea thought a good idea would be to have her guess what teams are what. Because she has no idea. Like literally, she'll
Like no clue?
No, like she knows a couple of them, but she doesn't really know many teams.
Oh
at all.
my gosh.
So it would be hilarious to watch her try to guess what teams are what, and like just show her the logo and be like, what do you think that is? Who do you think those are? You know, like she knows a few of them. Obviously, she'll know the Steelers or the Ravens.
Imagine if
you know,
somebody
those
didn't know a
kind of
Browns
teams, but,
logo and you just showed them a helmet and you're like,
Yeah.
guess who that is?
Yeah,
The helmet?
It's an orange helmet. Yeah, that's a city and a team.
So it's the oranges?
no. What would be great is just to like do random logos from all three major sports.
Yeah, that would
and then
be
just
cool.
mix them in. Like, you could get a basketball, you could get a baseball, you could get a football one.
The baseball ones would be difficult.
They would throw them way off.
That's a curveball. No pun intended.
So, college basketball. I mean, you got the championship game tonight, but you had women's championship game last night. Let's talk
Fire.
about that one.
Fire.
I mean, that was the first college women's basketball, the national championship game that I've seen for women's basketball. First one since probably Maya Moore, Kentucky
Really?
or Connecticut,
Yeah, those were some
way back in
days.
the day. Like
I used
honestly,
to only watch. I've only seen like bits and pieces. Like I've had like seen it on before. Like if I was at some place, but I'm not gonna lie, I've never really tuned in till the Elite Eight game this year for Iowa.
I'm not specifically tuning in. I'm not looking for it. I'm not wanting to know what time it is. Like yesterday, I woke up and I said, "Oh yeah, it's on today." And I start looking, what time is
Yep.
the women's championship game?
Only because of
what
Caitlin
channel is
Clark.
it on? Exactly.
Caitlin fucking Clark is her.
She had everybody tuned in, especially after those the last couple of games that led to that championship game. I mean, what'd you have, a 40-point
40-point triple-double in the Elite Eight. That game
That was just
insane,
that was a
bro.
masterpiece.
Insane.
And when you watch her play, okay,
in college, in
like
40 minutes.
you watch her play, and it's not like what you're used to seeing with women's college basketball, because she's pulling moves that you see dudes pull at like the college level.
Bro, she was on some Steph Curry shit. Pulling up from the parking lot, bro, and swish. Nothing but net.
That's just
And it was literally like multiple times every game, even the championship game.
her game reminds me of like Larry Bird. Like the
Whoa.
way she plays the game, the way she shoots the ball, the way she handles the ball, and the style that she plays with. It's just like she reminds me of Larry Bird. And I think that's a big reason why at the end of that game you saw, right here. That's what I want to talk about.
I'm not gonna lie, I
saw-
don't mind her
was-
talking shit.
No,
at
it was
all.
Angel
awesome.
Reese or Angela
That's-
Reese? What's
that's
her
the
name?
game,
Angela
man.
Reese.
Angela Reese?
She's a dog.
Dude, absolute stud. And
34
I love
double-
this. I love this.
This is what
'Cause
women's
this is
sports
getting the
needs.
conversation started.
Women's
That's why we're
sports-
talking about this right now.
Yeah, women's sports need it.
They
need it.
Absolutely need more of this. Please give me more of
You
this.
need a hero and a villain to every story.
Absolutely. And I love Dave Portnoy going off yesterday, all pissed off about, oh, that's classless. No, it's just
Bro,
like,
you're gonna
God,
talk some
bro.
shit. You better be able to take
Exactly.
it back.
He really said all
Exactly.
that?
Dude,
Yeah,
he called
bro,
her
he went
classless. He
crazy.
was so pissed.
What the
You could
hell?
tell. I think he had money on that game.
Yeah, definitely.
And
He
he
definitely
got a little bit emotionally invested in
Yeah,
that game.
very.
And it got a little bit out of hand. The refs kind of, whatever.
I
There's
will
some
say
questionable-
that the refs.
I will. There's
the
one
refs
thing I
were
will say about
terrible.
LSU. I cannot stand their coach, dude. Kim Mulkey can just go ahead and just.
I like her. I don't like the
go.
outfits, bro.
Dude, I don't like her because she makes it about her. Did you know any player for LSU before that game?
No.
Did you know any player's name? No, we knew Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
We knew, South Carolina because of their players. You knew some players in women's basketball, but you know LSU because of that crazy woman that stands on the sideline wearing all
She is
crazy
sick,
ass
though.
outfits.
The outfits, some of them are cool, but like the one she wore yesterday, I just wasn't a fan. I don't
Well, and
want
then her jumping on the court and like,
Bro, the thing-
and then the fucking ref having to hold her back. I'm like,
the
what's
fact
going
that
on?
wasn't a technical, but Caitlin Clark throwing the ball behind her back was messed up.
That was garbage.
Because,
and,
bro,
she
you
threw the
get-
ball behind her back to an official. There was an official there where she threw the ball. It was like she was throwing it to the official, like, I'm going to huddle up with my girls. I'm going to throw it behind my back to the official and just focus on my girls right now. And it was like, why was that a technical? I didn't understand that.
Soft. But no, the fact there was almost 40 fouls called in a championship game, that's messed up. Let them play. Let them play. Like you have to have some sort of awareness and be like, there's going to be a lot of people watching this game. Let's not get the reason the people are watching in fucking foul trouble.
Exactly.
Let's
And
let
that's-
some shit go.
That's what I'm watching this
You
game
see
and
in
I'm
the
watching
NBA,
it
bro.
unfold. And I'm like, why are they calling so many fouls? Like, this is a championship game. They're supposed to be letting this play out. But then I start thinking about it, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of eyes on this game. That means there was a lot of money on this game.
Oh, probably stupid amounts of money.
Now, I'm not the one to stir the pot. Well, yeah, I am. I guess I am. I love stirring the pot. What are you talking about?
That is fun.
But there's been a lot of referee questionable calls over these last couple of years, just since sports gambling started to become a lot more popular and gain traction since its legalization. And I brought this up before about referees and affecting the outcomes of games. Now, obviously, that was a 15-point game. LSU was going to win that game. They were the better team. But the way they affected the flow of that game
was terrible.
They never really allowed the game to develop into a natural flow. It was just like every time you felt like it was going to start going one way, it would there'd be a foul call for some dumb, two fouls called, some dumbass call that they make over like an out of bounds call. You're like, what the hell's going on? There was so many questionable calls during that game, not just the foul calls, but the questionable calls.
It was weird. It was.
I'm not trying to say one way or the other. I don't like insinuating that kind of stuff, but it just was weird, man. And that kind of stuff's been happening a lot more often lately in sports. Mm-hmm. And since gambling is legalized, I think that's a conversation that needs to be had. It can't be something you cannot give the referees complete immunity in a day and age now where sports gambling is legal, especially when you have cases like Tim Donaghy, you know, the NBA ref who openly admitted to not only did
he served jail time for it.
Not only did he gamble on games, but he has been on multiple podcasts talking about it since that. There were many other guys that were involved in it with me, and just not going to bring anybody.
And some that are still reffing too.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to bring names with him, but like I just see things as like, all right, can we have these conversations? It's not conspiracy theorists to have this conversation now because there's a lot of money at stake. A lot of money at stake. Yeah. And when you saw some of the questionable calls that happened yesterday, I just couldn't help but to kind of think that.
Yeah. Now the thing about that is that it wasn't lopsided. It was like 19-18 in calls. Like Iowa had 19, and then LSU had 18 calls. So it wasn't lopsided. I think it was just timing of the calls is what felt weird. Because it seemed like any team was going on a run, or when I was making a comeback, it was like 2 fouls called on their possession back to back. It's like, bro.
It felt like there wasn't much consistency between sides. Like, it's not like they were calling it one way or another. It's just like you said.
They were spotty with their consistency.
There were spots during the game where they didn't affect necessarily the outcome of the game, but they affected the flow of the game.
Yeah.
Where it was like they felt it start to get a little bit of momentum and they shut it down. Mm-hmm. And it was like you had TV timeouts, you had
long ass TV timeouts.
All this, I mean, it was like there's no natural flow, there's no pace to this game, but they put up a bunch of points because of all the 3-point shooters.
102, bro.
Like there was
102.
That Jasmine Carson. Oh my,
jeez, oh Pete.
Good Lord, she was lights out.
That's
in the
45,
first half.
right? Oh no, in the first half.
In the first half, the one that went like 5 of 5 from 3 off the bench.
that was crazy.
That chick, I mean, she went nuts. And I'm watching that game and I'm thinking to myself, like, I had a little bit of money going on Iowa. I wanted Caitlin Clark to go off for another 40-point performance, but like. I'm watching this game and I'm thinking to myself, man, LSU is
tough.
They're tough. Like, that's a tough ass team. Mm-hmm. And they're not only just tough, like Iowa, when Caitlin Clark went down with foul trouble, it's like they were scrambling to figure out, okay, what do we do now? Mm-hmm. LSU had 2 of their star players go out early with foul trouble, and they had this girl come off the bench, a freshman come in and just draining threes.
Yeah, Angela Reese didn't play.
Draining threes.
Yeah,
like,
Angela Reese didn't play the first half pretty much, did she? It was weird.
She got in foul trouble within the first like 8 minutes, and she was done for the rest of the first half.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And she still ended up with like 19 and 10 or something.
Yeah, she had a double-double last night. 34 on the season, bro.
Jeez.
Most in Division I history. That is
insane. Just crazy. Now, she's draft eligible, right?
Yes. I think all of LSU was.
But Caitlin Clark is not.
No. The only game that's going to break, I think I just said this off air right before we started, but only game that's going to break viewership is Caitlin Clark, Paige Buckets next year. UConn, Iowa.
That's going to be must-see TV. And honestly, there's going to be a lot of games next year where you're going to say, okay,
Ohio State women is
gotta-
nice.
you got some star power. And that's what women's basketball needs.
Yes.
They need more of that. We'll see where it goes from here, but it got me excited.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to see Caitlin Clark next year.
Yeah, everybody was pumped about that
Can't
game.
wait.
Now, everybody has this reaction to this Angela Reese, you know,
Need it, bro. You got to
Dude.
have that.
absolutely. I thought that was great. I think they need more of that. I think there needs to be more of personality, character. You need to see more of that. And celebration to me is what's going to bring sports into more living rooms.
Yep.
To me, it shows the fun and the exuberance that people are having while playing
And the
these
passion.
sports and the passion that they have. I don't think celebrating is a bad thing as long as it's not aimed at your opponent. And even if it is, if
You
it's
still need
done
it.
in a way that, you know, it's not necessarily harmful.
Listen, they're not kids.
Yeah,
they're,
it's like-
they're in college. They're adults. If you can't handle somebody waving their finger in your face, like, you need to grow up, bro.
Well, and everybody wanted to make the point, like, yeah, she did the same thing that Caitlyn did the night 48 hours before that, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I will say there was a little bit of a difference in the fact that Caitlyn went like this and walked away, and that was it. But
It was
Angela Reese-
to her own team, wasn't it? Like Caitlyn did it to her team or something like that.
I'm not sure where exactly she pointed it. I know that it was in the direction of her team, but it was
Yeah.
also, there was a player in that area
Yeah.
as well, so it could have been at that player. I'm not sure. But I do know, dude, Angela Reese followed her off the court. She was not even interested in celebrating with her team.
Bro,
she
if
was more
I-
interested in doing this.
I'm not gonna
and
lie.
pointing at that finger.
Storyline, man. It's a storyline.
Bro.
If I'm Angela Reese and I just won a natty and the only thing people could talk about before the game was her, and it's like, bro, she is a dog. She just had 34 double doubles.
Yeah.
And went off in the natty. If I did that to her, you're
Yeah.
gonna fucking know about it. And so is everybody else in this place.
I think that's all that it was that she wanted to make sure that you know who she was.
Exactly.
That's exactly right. And that's the conversation today is everybody knows her name.
Gotta be a villain.
There was two names that you remember from that game. Well, three, honestly. I remember Jasmine Carson's name, but Angela Reese and Caitlin Clark. I mean, that's your star
Yep.
power for women's basketball now.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Absolutely. And when Paige Buckets comes back next year,
Oh my god,
You-
bro!
I mean, look
'Cause
out.
she is just
Look
as
out.
nasty as Caitlin Clark.
well, and then
She
I mean,
is-
you got Kaya
nuts.
Woods over there at Washington State too.
Yes,
Michaela Elmore playing at Clemson.
yeah.
Got a couple of young.
Did you see
ballers.
the girl from Toledo Rogers on South Carolina, Zaya Cook? That was sweet. She played a lot too. It was nice.
So you got a lot of star power in women's basketball and a lot of eyes on that game. What was there, 12 and a half million?
Something like that. It was nuts.
I mean, they said last night it was 9.9, and then today I see another number. It said 12 and a half mil possibly that were tuned into that game last night.
Crazy.
Those are
Absolutely
unreal
crazy.
numbers. And here's the thing. Let's talk about this one now. Okay? We're
late.
still 23 minutes away from the start of this one. Are we even
Pretty
going to
much.
get to see the start of this before we end the podcast?
Probably not.
Like, for real. I'm sitting here thinking, man, 9:30, and we still it's almost 9:30. We still haven't even the pregame's not even started.
yeah, they're
like,
talking
what
about
is even going
they're talking
on?
about motocross right now. Like, who gives a shit?
Well, it might be because we're on ESPN, and I don't think the game's on ESPN. So
What's it on? CBS.
probably, most likely, because Jim Nance is on the call, so it's
Yeah.
CBS. But either way, these late start times for college basketball. What's
Stupid.
the need for it? What is the need?
Stupid.
Why do they want to? I mean,
Wasn't
on a
the Super
Monday
Bowl
night,
earlier this year? Super Bowl was at like 6:30, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
Super Bowl worked out really well.
Super Bowl biggest thing in TV all year.
Yep.
Why are we going later than that?
I don't understand.
6:30 is perfect for everyone.
I just don't understand the logic.
Everyone. 6:30's perfect.
Greg,
bro.
do you understand?
No, but I just love how much we sound like old men in here right now.
For real.
6:30 is perfect for
I don't
everybody.
want
You
to
get a
stay
nice meal
until
and head to
midnight,
bed.
bro.
But no, I agree. I'm old though.
But it's just the fact, like, oh my, nobody
But
gives
yeah,
a
there's no real reason for it to be starting this late.
on a Monday night too. Like, bro, you have to be smarter.
Like Monday
than
Night
this.
Football don't even start that late.
Exactly, bro. Monday Night Football. I mean, it's like witching hour for Monday Night Football. We're probably starting the end of that. third quarter right now, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Because Monday Night Football now actually starts at 7:30, doesn't it?
Dude, like it is 7:30. Balls getting kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put
we
on ball
watched-
at 7:30.
Amazon is
We watched
on
a
that
few.
shit.
We
It
watched a
ain't no
few Monday
Fox
nights and
where it's
stuff.
a 1:00 kick and they're kicking off at 1:12.
And I guarantee they say this game's supposed to start at 9:30. No, that's when the damn national anthem will start.
Yeah.
See, it says 9:20. Guarantee that's when the national anthem will start, and then they'll do the player introductions, and then they're going to talk while they warm up some more, and they'll do the
Yeah.
layup lines and all this
And then they'll
crap.
have somebody down on the court, and they'll be like, "I spoke with the coach earlier today," and this is what-"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. They're not going to start that game until 9:45.
It's like it doesn't matter what you talked about earlier today. They're literally about to do it. So
It's like, if you want to show me
Piss
that?
off.
You want to show me that shit? That's fine. Start it 45 minutes ago.
literally,
Right, exactly. Like start that game like at 9:00 and then talk about the 20 minutes worth of crap. That way it actually starts at 9:20.
Like, let's get it moving here, people. I got work in the morning.
Darn it.
And I got money on this game that I don't want to lose, and you guys are really testing my patience.
So you got money on this one, huh?
Yeah, I got a bunch of different money spread out. I got some player props and the over. And I don't know. I think I got UConn minus 7.5. I just feel like, I don't know. I think San Diego State, their run was fun, but UConn is just so good and so deep at every position that they've literally covered every single game this tournament. So I'm just not gonna get cute here. UConn and the over, because their overs have been crazy. Ooh. They score a lot of points. That's good for you, Greggy.
Yeah.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
I seen, what was it in your guys' show last week that Steyer said? Didn't he call San Diego State for the whole thing? I think he said that their defense was like
He
unstoppable.
might
or
have.
something.
Yeah, their defense. I mean, their
I think
defense.
he called him for the whole thing because I think he said they're going to win the whole thing. They're going to win tonight, and then they're going to win the whole thing.
He might have. He probably did. He says a lot of shit. But their defense is really, really good. But after seeing FAU put up 71 on them, I just think UConn doesn't play nearly as fast, but I think they're a lot more talented on offense. They have a lot more people that can score the ball. So I think they can score at the same pace without playing at the same pace, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I sound kind of stupid saying that out loud, but it is what it is. That's what vitamins will do to you.
Vitamins?
Vitamins.
But yeah, UConn and I think the over. And I mean, all the player props in that Sonogo dude. Which I don't know how you play. How do you pick between, do you play the Sonogo or that 7'2" freshman that like.
Dude, that kid's killing it. And he fills up the scoreboard, but he doesn't really rebound the ball very well. He doesn't really he's not really much of a.
He's a shot blocker though,
yeah,
bro.
he's a great defensive presence, but he doesn't really rebound he's not really around the paint very much.
No, I think that's because he's like athletic enough and big enough.
Yeah.
Like he kind of gets out there a little bit. Like he's not a typical 7'2" guy that has 12 rebounds because he's standing around the basket the whole time. Like he gets out, like he'll get out there. It's nuts. And he's massive. Massive, dude. He's like 7'2" or something like that as a true freshman. Growing pains had to suck when he was a kid. But anyway, yeah, UConn minus 7.5 over. I think it's at 132.5. I just think the over. I think they're both going to score quite a few points. It's a national championship game. Saw it they had 100 points scored in a women's game.
Yeah.
100, bro.
What'd you say the over under what the line was? This 132 or something like that?
Yeah, I think it's like 132.5.
Yeah, I'd say over on that too. That ain't nothing for this game.
Yeah, I don't know. I get it. Defenses are good, but it's the national championship, bro.
Yeah.
They're gonna score points, whether you want them to or Vegas wants them to. They're gonna score points. Yeah, I have the over of 132.5. And we also got Masters this week too. Tiger Woods is already there playing. Tiger back. All
You got
the
him?
way back. No, I don't think I got him to win. I don't think he win. Not that I don't think he can win. I think he can win another major. I just think the guys at the top of the heap are they're really, really good. And Tiger's Tiger, but it's still, he's just not where he used to be. And those guys are just continually getting better and better. The Scotty Schefflers, Max Homas, John Rahms, Rory's, Brooks, dare I say, who just won back-to-back live events. Those guys are some savages on the golf course. Golf is also so much easier in your head than actually doing it.
Yeah. I don't play golf very often, so it looks easy, but then when I actually try to play it,
it's so difficult.
Horrible. Like,
and
I'm horrible at it.
Makes no sense, bro. It's like I just have a stick and the ball that's not moving on the ground. That's easy to hit, right? Sounds so easy to hit. It's like you just got to hit it straight. Good fucking luck. Because no chance that thing goes straight. 0% chance.
Well, and then you hear people talk, and it's like, oh, you just got to do this, and then do this, and then you'll be fine, and everything's fine. And it's like, no, that's not, it doesn't work for me. Like, oh, if you just put your foot back a little bit, because you're swinging through your body, and you got to, well, all right, well, I'll try that, and then it still goes right. And it's like, well, you know what I am? I'm decent at chipping. Like, I'm pretty decent at chipping.
When we played the MST outing, like, I was nice.
That's the only thing that I'm decent at. Like, I'm okay at putting. I'm probably not very good at putting at all. But,
putting's so hard.
But, like, driving, don't even bother. Like,
Yeah, that putting, and
I should just stick to wedges and 2 irons and just...
Putting and driving's the hardest.
In the bag.
2 irons tough. But putting and driving, I think, are the toughest parts of the game. Just because it can make or break everything. Paramount Plus, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to get signed in here, but it is just
not cooperating.
Proven to be. Yeah.
Who do you think's first pick in the draft?
I'm not sure.
Carolina
Honestly,
Panthers take.
I thought C.J. Stroud was the guy that they would want to take, but
don't think so.
I keep hearing rumors that they like Bryce Young. And that doesn't make much sense to me because he's so small, man. You watch that guy play
5'10",
football.
190, or I get 200 pounds, but by the time you get to season, I mean, you're in a way.
He's 195.
Yeah, 195. But
like, yeah, you can say no, that dude's 195 because he's listed at 210 or 205.
Yeah.
There ain't no way, dude. You watch him play, even at Bama, when you watched him play behind that big offensive line.
Looks
they have a
tiny,
huge
bro.
offensive line at Bama. He looks tiny. He looks dinky.
Yeah, it's scary. It is scary for sure.
So I do have a couple other things I wanted to talk about here.
Shoot.
I was trying to get signed into Paramount Plus, but it's just not. It's just taking too long here. So we talked about the Cavs a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about these Guardians.
Not too shabby.
3-1 start.
They played late as shit tonight, too.
Another late start tonight.
Still on the West Coast.
Tristan McKenzie goes down with an injury, and he's out for a couple months, probably 6 weeks
I
to
think he's
2
on a
months.
15-day IL right now.
Yeah, but they shut him down. They shut him down.
Longer.
He's not even pitching for another. They won't even let him do any warm-ups for. I think he's shut down officially for 2 weeks. So he won't pick up a baseball for at least another couple weeks.
Which it is what it is. I'd rather have him shut down now than October,
for sure,
September.
But I feel like, as the season goes along, you're going to need those guys at the end of the season more than you're going to need them now. Mm-hmm. These wins at the beginning of the season, though, are always hard to come by for the Guardians. And to be able to get them on a West Coast trip, that's always hard to do. I don't know what it is about this team, but over the years, they've not played very well against the Mariners. Against
Mariners
the
are
Angels
good,
are
bro.
the team they usually do play pretty well against, but the Mariners, any of those West Coast teams, they just do not play very well against the Dodgers, Padres, like any of those teams, Giants, Arizona,
Colorado.
Yeah. So it's nice to see them get off to a hot start, at least through the first 4 games. They've got, who do they have? Angels tonight?
Tomorrow
Angels.
on Wednesday.
Yeah, they got a 3-game set with the Angels, and then they come back to Progressive Field for the home opener.
Friday.
You gonna be there?
I will be there, not at the game, but I'll be there for
outside for the
Betfred. Yep.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I am so jacked. I don't know if I obviously better case scenario, I'd just buy cheap tickets. But obviously, with it being home opening day, I think it's pretty close to sold out already. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be at some bar downtown. Check out the over under page. I will post where I'm at for that. But yeah, be downtown Cleveland and then probably just stay at that bar and watch the game or watch some of it. I don't know. Every time I watch the Guardians, they lose. So I watched the first game Thursday night, and then they lost. First inning of the game Friday night, they gave up immediately 1 run, shut it off. Haven't watched it since, and they haven't lost a single inning since. So,
maybe you shouldn't be watching any baseball.
yeah, I'm not watching the Guardians. That's for sure.
Sorry.
So that's always great. But dude, they got some pieces. Jose Ramirez looks good. Josh Bell looks like shit.
Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez looks like a monster. Steven Kwan is very good. Miles Straw's making a little bit more contact with the ball than I expected. Ahmed Rosario, right? Shortstop. Doesn't look bad. I don't know. They're not bad. It's not
Rosario's good.
Pitching's been a little bit better than what I expected. I'm not going to lie, with McKenzie out. Not going to be bad. Who we got pitching tonight? I know I said it earlier. I forget who I said's pitching for him tonight. Plesac's pitching. His first outing of the year, so we'll see how that goes. He's not bad. He had a decent year.
Start yet?
Yeah, home opener or the opener.
Yeah, that's right.
Gave up 0 runs. I think only had like 3 or 4 hits when he came out in the 6th or 7th, and they immediately score 3 right after that. So that was sick. But yeah, Beebs is 0-1 already. I think he'll probably pitch. I don't know if he'll pitch to the home opener, honestly. That's a good question. I do not know if what his schedule is.
If he's up tomorrow, then no.
No, I don't know when he's up again. Oh, yeah, he is up tomorrow. So, yeah. He's up tomorrow, so we will not see him probably for that home opener, which is unfortunate.
Well, you'll probably get Savale then, most likely.
I'll take that. Savale's nasty.
I like Savale.
He took the pitch clock. How do you feel about the pitch clock?
Ask James Karinchak.
Yeah, not a fan, huh?
I don't think he's a fan. Did you see him? He got called for a couple of infractions.
I like how quick it's making the game. I will say that.
Yeah.
That is nice. 2 hours and 40 minutes for a professional baseball game. Give me that. That is sick. So I'll take that all day.
For sure. Absolutely. And I think a lot of fans are feeling the same way right now. Like, a lot of fans think this is a good thing.
Yeah.
There's the purists who are like, there was no need for it in the first place. Baseball's fine. Leave it alone. Well, guess what, bud? That's why nobody watches anymore. Because there's people like you who don't want anything to change. Sorry.
Yeah. And nobody wants to watch a 4-hour game, dog.
And nobody wants to watch it the way that purists want it to be played. I can't stand people getting pissed off about celebrations or bat flips or like dumb shit.
Bro, you need that in sports.
Can we stop with the retaliation shit has got to go away too. Like, honestly, because he flipped his bat.
The unwritten rules of baseball.
Like,
get the fuck out of here.
Garbage. I don't know.
It's annoying.
Sometimes I see that kind of stuff and I'm like, there's no place for it. There's no need for it.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But I don't know.
It's very, very dumb.
So let's see. I got one more topic here. Let's talk about WrestleMania here real quick. Did you watch any?
I did not.
No?
No.
Greggy, you and I were in here for Saturday.
No, I didn't watch any WrestleMania.
None? Not a minute of it.
Not a second.
That wasn't me.
We talked a little bit off the air about the Cody Rhodes storyline with the Roman Reigns thing. Like, everybody's all upset that Roman Reigns won. I mean, did you really think anything else was going to happen?
I mean, a lot of people did, though.
I know. And that surprises me that a lot of people thought that.
I think it was more surprising that he didn't win than anything for what most of the community thought. But, like, I was torn because I wanted Cody Rhodes to win because, the story's there. The boyhood dream to come true, and his dad never held the WWE Championship, and he finally could. But at the same time, I am just like in love with the whole Roman Reigns, just mow down, run through everybody's storyline. He's been champion for 930 some days, I think, or something like that.
I think that's the main reason why that ended the way it did.
I always have been a fan of the unstoppable storyline. Like Brock Lesnar was always a favorite of mine just because of that same reason. Which, matter of fact, I just saw a little reel that played a minute ago that was for Monday Night Raw tonight that's happening.
Oh,
And they're gonna have a tag team match with Roman Reigns and his cousin or whatever, Sikoa, the one that helped interfere last night against Cody Rhodes, and they said, "Oh, any partner you want," and Brock Lesnar came out, and he's gonna be his partner tonight.
no shit.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm all about that, dude.
Damn.
But I mean, WrestleMania in itself, huge success.
What'd you think about SoFi?
The stadium did a great job hosting it, and I mean, I love
stage.
it. Yeah, I love how they put WrestleMania in the biggest, grandest stages and make it look and feel as big as it is. Because I mean, Triple H said it. They had a press conference last night, and he said nobody does what we do on a live entertainment scale, what we present to people. And I'm like,
Nope.
Absolutely. There's no way that anybody does what they do. And I think they said they had $20 million at the gate over the weekend for the 2 days combined. 80,000 the first night and 81,000 something the second night.
Shoo.
One of the biggest WrestleManias of all time.
160,000 people there.
That's crazy.
Well, did you see the big news coming out today about them selling and merging the company?
So it was on my list of
and
topics
UFC?
to talk about.
Yeah.
The UFC and WWE merger.
Triple H didn't want to talk about that last night at the press conference. He said, well, we're just going to focus on WrestleMania tonight.
Now, reportedly, the WWE was valued at around $9 billion,
Yeah, I think
correct?
it was 9.4 or something like that they gave him.
And
UFC's
the UFC's valued at right around $12 billion.
Yeah.
So together, these companies make up about a $21.5 billion revenue.
That's crazy to think about.
People love it. People love both of these things, man.
Yeah.
Dude, the money that's involved in these sports now, just not just the UFC and WWE, but like all sports. There's just so much money. I mean, I guess inflation has something to do with that because I mean, money goes up and everything goes up. So, but it's just crazy to me when I see some of the numbers that are being tossed around. It's
UFC
astronomical.
at 12 billion is insane though.
That's-
to think about.
And Dana White sold for how much?
Shoot. I think
Like-
ESPN bought him at like 4.
I don't even think it was that much. I think it was like 2.5, wasn't it?
It might have been. I have no clue, but I know it wasn't nearly $12 billion.
No, not anywhere near.
But and think about it, the UFC's literally gotten bigger every single year it's been around, and it's only at 12 billion right now.
That's the vision of Dana White, though, man. He's always had a vision for growing the company.
The crazy thing is, there's not more that they can do. It's just there's always feeding talent into it because they have it on lock now. You have one big event per month.
Yep.
Other weekends are to get what's going to be your big
Undercards.
fighters, get them fights, get them ready to go.
Yep.
Have one big fight on that card. The rest, it's not our entry fighters, but it's our fighters building their careers and stuff like that. It's just absolutely genius what UFC has done. And Dana White running it is just perfect too.
It's crazy to me. And, I saw, Greg, did you see that when this happens, Vince McMahon is going to assume the same role he's already in, executive chairman.
Yeah.
So essentially, like,
Old
all
Vinnie
of
Mac
that
knows
stuff
what he's
that
up to.
happened with the whole, he got in trouble, and now, no,
He
he's
ain't
just going
getting
to go.
no trouble.
He's right back into the role that he was. And what's up with the mustache? Can we talk about the mustache?
That was
Why the hell do you
weird,
have to look like a damn villain?
It was weird.
Did you
I
see
saw
that,
some
Greggy?
clips of
Yeah,
it.
somebody said he looked like Gomez Adams, and I lost it, dude.
That's pretty good.
I saw the press conference pictures, and I'm like, man, he's not doing himself any favors. But I don't know. Like, I knew all
doesn't
along
look
that
real.
eventually Vince was going to end up back in that chair. You're not going to keep the founder of that company. Well, not the founder, but like one of the. I mean,
Most
That's his
pivotal
company,
characters.
man. It's his company.
that's his company.
That's
You're not
all
going
there
to
is
keep him
it.
from
Yeah.
running that company.
His dad built that company, handed it to him, and that's his company, man.
Yeah. So that's why people were surprised today that, he's going to be executive chairman again. They're not going to find somebody else. Of course, they're not going to find somebody else. Come on,
Bro, it's a $9 billion company. You don't fire that person.
there's a reason why it's a $9 billion company.
Right.
Come on.
They could murder someone. You don't get rid of them.
You think that he was gonna sell to anyone who wouldn't let him do what he still wants to do?
Exactly.
That's why the sale took so long. Because they weren't going to sell to somebody who was going to say, well, we don't want you involved. No, that wasn't going to happen. So, yeah. UFC, WWE now on the same team. Now, what do you think it's going to lead to? Is it going to pretty much going to enhance either one of these services? Like, is this going to lead to good things for both?
I think what you're going to see is more from UFC perspective. You're going to see some more Brock Lesnar, some college wrestlers that go either UFC or WWE route and then cross over at some point in their career.
Well,
Okay.
And WWE already likes to use like MMA fighters and
Exactly.
storylines
Yeah.
and stuff, so I could see it being a much easier access thing to do that.
Yep.
You know, like
For sure.
cross them over with each other storyline
Yep.
wise and stuff. I don't think, as far as product wise, though, I don't think they'll make too many changes right off the bat, especially not anything that
No.
they think is going to be a drastic. Oh, we need to change this because everything works, like you said, man.
Yep.
Why fix it?
Yeah, exactly. So like from this point, it's just trying to get better, and I think it's probably just going to end up being a good thing in the long run.
Yep.
More money behind it all is going to make a better product.
For sure. I think this, like you said, it could lead to a lot more collaboration between the two. The one thing I will say, though, it's going to lead to people starting to think that matches are scripted, like for UFC, because of the merger of these two companies.
I think
You're going to get people, and I don't think that's necessarily going to happen anytime soon.
it's
But
tough.
it
yeah.
could be 3, 4, 5 years down the road when things start to get a little weird. And
Yeah, when the people you want to win don't win, then all of a sudden
Yeah,
it's gonna be like,
that-
well, that's because
yeah,
Vince
I can-
McMahon's behind the scenes running
exactly.
things.
I can definitely see that, but I think if you're a real UFC fan and like you know who Dana White is, you know that shit isn't scripted.
Yeah.
That shit is that is literally the most real as it gets sport. It's literally
Yeah,
Well, and
two
those
grown
dudes-
assassins
Yeah.
getting locked in a cage.
Yeah, I mean, maybe back before WWE bought him, it
Yeah.
was, but I tell you right now, this is just as fake as a fairy tale, man.
Yeah.
yeah, you
They're
can
lit-
talk Logan Paul into taking a fall, but you ain't talking Pereira into taking a fall. You know
No.
what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
It's two different dudes. Like, they're
You're
killers.
you're literally dealing with assassins and entertainers.
Yes.
Like literally the guys, even the guys that aren't the champions,
Yeah.
that just train, they are still a professional athlete.
Exactly.
Like they literally train to fight for a living. Like that is how they feed themselves, their families. They can kill you whenever they want.
So you got this money riding on UConn. What's going on here, bub?
Early in the game. That's a lot of points for
Early.
first 6 minutes.
7.5.
4 minutes.
7.5 points they got to win by, huh?
Yeah. Lots of ball left. They're second half team too. We
Second
know that.
half team. Yeah, for sure. What do you think about this? What is his name? Sodono?
Sonogo?
Sudoku?
Sunoco?
Sonogo.
Sunoco?
Not Sunoco. There's the G where the C is. Sonogo. I don't know how.
Have you heard about him fasting?
Yeah, he's
he's-
Muslim.
Yeah. and
Ramadan.
So
baby.
Ramadan.
It's Ramadan. And
So he just
cannot-
can't eat while the sun's up. So whenever the sun goes down, he can eat.
Okay.
So like tonight was good for him. Like this late start was actually great for him because he probably had like 2 hours to eat before the game. So that's
Okay.
you can't eat or drink anything either. It's
yeah.
like nothing
During the game, before the game, after, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy to me. When I was
from sun up to sundown. Can't consume anything.
And you know what's crazy is his coach didn't know until like the day it started.
Yeah.
Like the day before it started, his wife was like, "So it's pretty crazy
All right,
tomorrow. How do you think it's gonna?"
All right, son, get some hydration in you. Coach, there's something I need to tell you.
But
Yeah,
there's
his wife
there's
was
a-
asking him like, "How do you think he's gonna handle not being able to eat or drink?" And he's like, "Wait, what? That's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Wait." But they could probably, pick and choose what, because he was
So-
saying, he's like, I'm told that I'm not allowed to work on the Sabbath either, but I go to work on the Sabbath. And that dude was like, "That's nice, coach. I'm Muslim. That doesn't work like that."
No, it doesn't
So
work
do you
like
think?
that.
So do you think that the coach was aware, but just wasn't aware of when Ramadan started?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He was like, "That's tomorrow."
Right? Like,
there's
oh,
a-
shit.
UConn's got three guys that are Muslim on their team. So it's not just him. He's just one of their star players. So you obviously hear about it more, but There's 2 more guys like that too.
And he's huge too.
Going through that, I should
like
say.
he is enormous.
Yeah, he's massive.
He's like Okafor big, you know?
And he can move too.
Jeez.
And he's big too.
He is big. He a big dude.
Big dude. 20
All
points
right.
though in 5.5 minutes. I love it.
So, I talked about everything I wanted to talk about. Joey, you got anything you want to talk about? You guys doing a show tomorrow, I heard? Possibly?
Yeah, tomorrow. We're gonna do Masters preview tomorrow.
Okay.
You spoke UFC preview tomorrow. Recap college basketball tomorrow. We're also gonna film a video here tomorrow. That'll be released for Masters Sunday. So we got a lot going on.
Nice.
T-shirts coming in soon. Friday, Guardians home opener. We're gonna be in downtown Cleveland. I'll be there Friday. Styro will be there Saturday. Yeah, we got a lot of going on.
Sounds like it,
Busy,
man.
busy.
Sounds like you guys are really busy.
Yes.
Keeping busy. I love
Trying
it.
to get plans for the spring and the summer is what we're going to do for some interviews and keeping it rolling, baby.
Hell yeah.
Keeping it
Speaking
going.
of interviews, we got a special interview coming this Thursday.
So excited.
Mulling it over. Tune in as NFL.com writer Nick Shook will be joining us on the program. He'll be live on Zoom. We'll have a nice interview with him. Talk to him about what his job's all about and just being an NFL.com writer. He goes on NFL Network. He's a regular on Cleveland Browns Daily. I'm really excited to sit down and talk with him for a little
Yep.
bit. So, there's a lot of stuff going on. We've got baseball coming up next week. Our first baseball broadcast of
so
the year.
excited.
Next
Tornadoes won
Wednesday.
tonight.
Yeah.
Beat Norwalk, right?
Yes, sir.
7-6.
Yes, sir. And Tornado's looking good. Calvert's looking good. You got the Calvert softball team looking good so far.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of action going on around the area. You got the college basketball national championship tonight. UConn takes the lead 12-10 over San Diego State now. But as for us tonight, I think that's pretty much going to do it, man.
That's
I
about
got
it.
nothing else I want to talk about. What about you?
I'm fresh out of ideas.
You good?
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Greggy, you got anything?
Nope, just acknowledge the tribal chief.
Absolutely. Also, I want to give a big, huge shout out to Dalton Teal with Sites Financial. He's done a great job helping us out with our finances over the last couple months, getting that in order. Also helping us out with our taxes this year. So a huge shout out to Dalton,
Man, baby.
D-Money, and Sites Financial.
Yeah, I want to thank him so Nate didn't have to sell all of his belongings and
That's right.
end up homeless this year from starting the company up.
Yeah, he was a huge help. So I want to give them a shout out. And also, they're one of our new sponsors. So we'll be adding them to the rotation here on the Pulse and also on Mulling It Over every Monday and Thursday. But also, I want to give a huge shout out to Culligan Water. They're one of our sponsors. They help us out. They provide fresh water for us here in the studio. Aaron Shade, another phenomenal guy here in the community, does a great job with us. Helps us out, gets us obviously the freshest water. You see me drinking out of this core bottle all the time. It's the same damn bottle I've had for like 3 months. Seriously. I just fill it up with our awesome Culligan water that we have. And I can't thank Aaron and Culligan enough. But
Triple osmosis.
that's right. Absolutely.
I
Don't
didn't
be
forget.
making up words now.
I didn't
No,
forget.
triple osmosis is that's what we have at Madison's.
Yep, I didn't forget. I get that water every time I say, should I send a picture to Nate of these clear ass ice cubes?
Good old
Clear ass ice cube.
good old trippy asmosa.
Yep.
All right, that's going to do it for us tonight. For Greg Kinn, Eric Hall, and Joey Krajewski, I'm Nate Mullen signing off. You've been watching the Pulse Podcast on Heart of Ohio Sports. Have a good night, everybody.
Peace.
See you.